everybody. I'm back this week to do another soul-warming, yummy recipe. I know the weather was actually really good today, but I had my heart set on doing mushroom soup in a mug. So that's what we're going to do this week. And what you guys are going to start with is your oversized mug and a tablespoon of butter. I had it sitting on my tray, so it was for a little bit while I cut everything. So we're going to put our butter in the microwave for 15 seconds. Just to get it a little runny, because then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of chopped onions. Mushrooms. I just love mushrooms, any kind. Okay, so once your butter is melted, we're going to plop in our onions. We're going to stir this around a little bit. We're going to do this for 45 seconds. And while you are waiting on your onions to cook, get yourself, it's 1.5 cups of water, and you're either going to want to put it in a jar or something that you can shake up. Because in this, you're going to put 1 tablespoonful of potato starch. And if you can't find potato starch, you can use cornstarch, because this is what we're using as a thickener. Now, because if you just tried to put this in your soup, you'd get just like one small mass of starch. This is why you need to put it in a jar or something that you can shake up to get it completely incorporated. Because if you look at the bottom of your jar or your shaker, you've got a small ball of starch. And this gives you something you can work on while your onions are in the microwave. Because once that's done for 45 seconds, we're going to get it out, we're going to stir them up, and we're going to put it in for another 45 seconds. And while you are doing that, you can get yourself 2/3 cup of mushrooms. Doesn't matter if you use dried mushrooms, fresh mushrooms, whatever type of mushrooms tickles your fancy. I have chopped up baby portobellos. How good is that? I toyed with the idea of getting one of the fancy gourmet dried mushroom mixes from Walmart, but I already had these in my fridge, so it's looking nice and mixed up. I'm still going to shake it up a little bit because this is what we're adding next. Once this is done, we're going to add our mushrooms and our water, and then we're going to put it in the microwave for 3 minutes, and then another 3 minutes. But we're going to keep an eye on it because, as with all soups, it does tend to bubble up towards the end. Okay. So once we're done nuking our onions, we're going to plop 2/3 cup of mushrooms in there. Then we're going to add our potato starched water. And you can see it was all mixed up. You might see a fine mist of potato starch at the bottom. You're okay. You've got most of it in the water. Get it mixed up a little bit there. We're going to put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. I'm going to go rinse this off real quick because I don't want the potato starch to stick. I will tell you, the first time I tried to make this recipe, I accidentally added too much of the potato starch, and boy howdy, did it turn into one big oversized mug of glue. That's why we're only use a tablespoonful, and we shake it up beforehand. Now, after we're done nuking it for 6 to 8 minutes, we're going to be adding some, about about a tablespoon or so, kind of a personal taste thing, of heavy cream, and some salt and pepper, and then you can partially flake or crouton it to your tastes. Okay, so first off, how awesome is this shirt? Of course, it's Lord of the Rings. We got the green dragon. Love the shirt. I got it off QWERTY the other week. They had literally, I think I ordered 4 shirts from them that week, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of QWERTY here for a few weeks. I'll try to mix it up with some other brands of shirts, but I just love anything Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Big fan. And my second little shout out, and this is not the first time I've talked about silverbacks, but how cool is this sketch? This is actually going to be a birthday gift for my friend Brendan. Hi Brendan, you're probably going to get this tomorrow night, or whatever night I can make it over. I would have given it to him before, but I kind of wanted to use it for a video, plus I've been a little under the weather. But this is one of his original Paint Pal sketches, Nightwing, with a copy of the actual sticker. So, thanks to Silverbacks. Check him out on Nita Shop or Facebook. Okay, in about 40 seconds, we're going to be stirring this and seeing how it's going. Yeah, it has a longer cooking time because you want to get all the mushrooms soft and cooked and incorporated in with everything. It's not a very complicated recipe at all. Sorry, I'm chasing my cat. He's not being cooperative. Careful, because your mug will be hot. And when you're stirring it, make sure you hit the bottom of it because you will get a little bit of that potato starch in the bottom, even though we shook it up good. It is tricksy stuff to work with. But it just makes such a good thickener for your soup. Okay, once you've got that stirred up, concentrating on the bottom, we're going to pop it back in for 3 more minutes. Three more minutes, and then we're going to check it. If your potato starch has completely dissolved at the end of 3 more minutes, and you think your mushrooms are cooked enough, then you can stop. But if not, you can do it for 2 more minutes. Yeah, I've been living on ginger ale for like the last 2 days. But I have salt and pepper and parsley set now. Because like I said, it really is to your tastes. Because you're going to see me put a sprinkle of salt and a sprinkle of pepper in. You don't really have to measure the salt and pepper. It's just like I said, to your tastes. See, this is about when I'm going to start to keep an eye on the soup because it may start wanting to bubble up close to the end. Okay, I'm going to stir mine because they're really bubbling up. like to get it to finish the second 3 minutes. And I do not think mine is going to need the extra 2 minutes. Depending on your microwave, yours might. A little less than a minute. So hopefully I can get it to go the full 6 minutes, but if you can't, don't worry. That just means yours is probably done if it wants to bubble up so much that you just can't get it to. Because right now mine is bubbling like crazy, but I don't think it's going to try to go over anymore. As long as it's not trying to go over, boiling like crazy is not a bad thing. And sorry to make you stare at my back so much, but this is one of the recipes that just needs a little bit more attention paid to it. Okay. So that has cooked for a full 6 minutes, and do be careful because your mug is going to be hot. But we need it that hot because we want the mushrooms and onions to cook and the potato starch to dissolve. And I don't see any more of the potato starch trying to hide in there. So my recipe's on my Kindle again this week. So I was just double checking that I have everything. Yeah, we have the butter, the onions, the mushrooms, potato starch, water. Now this is the point where some people would put this in a blender and puree it to make it smooth. I'm not going to because I like to actually taste the chunks of mushroom and everything. But that is again, it's a to your taste sort of thing. If you like a smoother food, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, gonna season with salt and pepper. A pinch of salt. As again, I like to use my Himalayan pink salt. I just love that stuff for cooking. I just think it's such a good quality salt. The pinch of pepper. I'm using up a, this is fine white pepper. It's a little kinkier than normal pepper. I got it for a recipe a long time ago, and you don't need much to use much of it. Hence why it's taking me so long to use it. Okay, I'm going to add a tablespoonful of heavy cream to finish it off. See, that gives it a good, actually gives it a good soup color. You can see the soup thickens up just a little bit because you're using that potato starch. Now I'm going to try to microwave it for 1 more minute, just since I put the cream in to get everything blended together taste-wise. But like I said, if it starts to boil up too much, you can just go ahead and take it out. Put my cream in the microwave. Cream in the microwave. Oh boy, howdy, you can tell I haven't been feeling good. So sorry if I'm not as happy and upbeat as I usually am. It's just this. I had like some sort of 24-hour stomach bug yesterday, but I am dedicated to you guys. I'm going to always film for you while I can. And obviously, this was the smallest bag the store had of potato starch, so I'm going to be using it for a while. Wrong cupboard. Just have my parsley left. Just gonna turn this on. Give it a good stir. I smell mushrooms. As you can see, this isn't a cream of mushroom soup because it's not horribly thick. I mean, it's a nice mushroom soup. So I'm going to be all fancy and sprinkle it with parsley. I will post a picture of this on my Facebook page, but I wish I could show it to you without pouring it. But that's about as close as I can get. I know you would think I'd get a better spoon than just using my measuring spoon, but hey, we're all friends here. Stir in my parsley. Make sure I get a good scoop that has onion and mushroom. It's really hot, so I'm kind of being careful here. Sorry, I just don't want to burn my tongue again. Oh, that is good. It's just really hot. Oh, that is good. It's just so infused with mushroom. That is so good. I'm going to wait for this to cool a little bit, finish it off, get this posted for you guys, and I will see you next week. Shoot me any ideas, any suggestions, anything you want. Thank you for watching and recommend me to your friends.